Hello there, I'm GreatGizmodo from the MaltaGamingUnion, and today I thought I'd show you guys, hello there, I thought I'd show you guys in single player today how to build a traditional Maltese, traditional Maltese farm, because as you know we are from Malta, which is a tiny island in the middle of the Mediterranean. So I thought I'd show you some sort of rustic buildings that you might find when wandering around the countryside. I thought since we're a Maltese channel, we should add some kind of, Maltese actually themed build here. So I thought I'd give it a try. Right, now then, what you want to do is get the following blocks: sandstone, smooth sandstone, a hoe. You don't need this yet, but for later we're going to do some farming. Cobblestone slab, fences, sandstone stairs, gravel, and a few other blocks which you'll get along the way. So let's start by placing the foundations for a farmhouse. So you want to build up 4 blocks. You want to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 this way. And you want to build up another 4 like so. And then we'll make it go to 9, right? 9, there we are, or something like that. I think that's about 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, up like that. I've never recorded before for the YouTube channel, so I'm not a very experienced reviewer. Well, not reviewer, I'm a very experienced, recorder. Why did I say reviewer? Anyway, so I'm not a very experienced reviewer, but I'm going to try anyway to record something here. So as you can see, now we have this little shape. We're going to fill in with smooth sandstone for now. In the meantime, guys, I'll tell you a little bit about Malta. So I know in a previous video, the ETS2 video, Watch the Mirrors I think it was called, yes, Mr. Doodoo10 was rambling on about old Maltese history, so this time I'm going to tell you a little bit, I'll tell you a little bit more about Malta. So what I'll say is Malta, obviously it's a very, very small little country. We're quite close to Africa, and the culture is a unique mix of sort of slightly Middle Eastern traditions as well as European traditions, and that's also reflected in the language, which is a mix of a lot of things. Maltese is definitely a mix of French, Italian, Arabic, everything like that. So now you have this little shape for our basic farmhouse. We want to place on the roof. Let's see. We'll make it go up 1, 2, 3, 4 for now. Then here you can place slabs for our ceiling here, as you can see. And in the meantime, we have in the background, maybe you can hear them, really loud church bells, because in Malta we have a lot of churches, and the bells, they go on for quite a while. Anyway, now then, so here, just fill it up as quick as you can. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, on the MaltaGamingUnion channel, we're going to feature a lot more games, and hopefully we'll continue these building tutorials. We had one recently recorded, the Maruti video, which Mr. Doodoo10 recorded, which was quite a cute little video. So here you see we have this basic little roof, because all Maltese houses have flat roofs to provide you with access to the roof, as you can see. So now we're going to put in front, don't worry, it's going to get a bit more detailed later on. We want to put in the front a little road of sorts, because in the Maltese countryside, roads are never very good. They're always pretty bad roads, so we're going to have a little gravel path here. It's just a standalone thing. I'm not going to go for the entire landscape tutorial, just a little farmhouse scene. If you like rural builds and want to try something different rather than an English or a European kind of traditional farmhouse, different types, I know, but here's something different. So start with just placing randomly some gravel blocks up here, like so. Now I have a basic road, as you can see, and I'm going to place a few fence poles, though we don't actually have many wooden fences in Minecraft. In Malta. And actually I'm going to remove them for a reason, because we have rubble walls. They're very common. In fact, you'll find them also in a lot of other places, in the Middle East, all sorts of things like that. You know, there's the tradition of dry stone walling, which, you know, you'd have terraced fields, that kind of thing, which is also common, I know, throughout Asia, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to try and build a little rubble wall in as best a form as I can, like that, maybe? Like so. So here is your rubble wall, and now we have a little gate here in order to get into our farmhouse. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something decidedly Maltese, and first I'm going to add those temporary for now, because inside I'm going to try something different. Now, doors, I was thinking we should have perhaps spruce doors, because spruce doors are more traditional, kind of rural looking doors, if you know what I mean. So we'll have 2 of those, and then round it, I'm going to make it a bit better by adding some here and there blocks, actually all the way around. I'll add some blocks of normal sandstone, and I don't want to make it a uniform design, so I'm going to add these blocks of sandstone pretty much all around here. So that's pretty cute. We have a little farmhouse going on here, like so. Just continue adding some details wherever you please, or wherever pleases you, really. And anyway, there we have it. So what I think we'll do now is continue with the inside of the building. Now, I'm not just going to place slabs on the floor. I'm going to try and add clay, which is actually relatively common in Maltese houses. We have not clay floors, obviously, but we have. Let's see, how does that look? Not very nice. Let's try maybe blue and I didn't know. Blue and orange. Fine, blue and orange. So we can have a little patterned tile pattern happening here, which is quite common in lots of different Maltese buildings. So we'll continue with this. Yeah, we'll fill up these with blue. So here we have a little pattern going on, as you can see, and I'll fill up the remaining with blue. So we have a very unique little building here, quite a little rural scene it is. Indeed. Now, what you might want to do is add a ceiling made of perhaps spruce wood or oak wood, something similar maybe, if you feel like you want to do something a bit rural looking, because we do often have ceilings, not /clear, ceilings made of oak. I'll add some oak. Let's see how that will go. Probably not that bad, actually. But then it will kind of stick up, won't it, like so. No, we're going to have to make it go down. So here we're going to place oak wood beams to give it a sort of rural feel. Yeah, so also we'll add a few windows. Fill it up with some of that, and make an adorable little home, really. But we're not going to be finished quite yet, because I'm going to show you how to build some different little things you'd find on a Maltese farm, really. That seems like it. Now I'm going to decorate them with some shutters. Now the shutters is actually not true to real life, because we actually have shutters for some reason in Malta on the inside of the building. Therefore we cover them with glass. It's kind of, I guess, so you could have kind of a bit more privacy, because if somebody opens the shutters, I don't know. It's a bit impractical, but that's the way we have it. And I'll add a few around here. So here you have your adorable little farmhouse area. Pretty cute. With this, and to be completely true to Maltese tradition, we're going to add a flagpole. Because you see, in Malta, flagpoles are important. You'll find them on many different buildings, flagpoles. Mostly people put them up just for a bit of decoration, but also it might be to do with the village they live in. You know, they might add them to be seen patriotic about their village, something like that, really. If there's a feast happening in the village, when I mean feast, I don't mean like, you know, massive eating kind of feast. I mean, say a feast where you'd have kind of religious feast. So they might put them there for that kind of reason. And I'll add a rather unsatisfactory button. But oh well, yeah, it's meant to have a cross, as you know, in there. So here you have your adorable little farmhouse area. I always want to do /clear, so we don't have it. So now you have the road. Let's add the remaining on the other side. We'll add some more of these walls. This may seem quite boring. I really hope it isn't. Do give me your feedback, guys. I'd really love to know your feedback. If you find it a bit boring, that, you know, then tell me and we'll change it. Basically, whatever tutorial you want, we'll try and accommodate you by doing. And yeah, here we have the road, like so. And we're also going to add one last building which you find in the Maltese countryside, which is called a girna. Yes, a girna. And now maybe you've heard of something similar. You'll probably know what I mean. We might know what I mean. If I sort of give it another name, I'm not sure what name to give it, but I know that in France you have different buildings which look similar, which use as small agricultural tool sheds for farmers. What they are basically tiny huts which people would indeed use as, you know, just tool shed. Farmers would use tool shed, storing things. Definitely not lived in, unfortunately. They look adorably cute. You find them all over the countryside here in Malta, though unfortunately most of them have become, you know, abandoned recently, all these little things. They're called girnas, and they're pretty adorable. Now I'm going to fill up the remaining gaps like this, and give it a bit of a stylized looking top there, if I can, something like this maybe. So this is your little girna, or storage little hut. You'll find them on farmers' fields, blah, blah, blah. Inside, I'm going to cover it in gravel with the remaining. You know, we just have dirt. Why did I get rid of that dirt? I don't know. So now we have this adorable little hut, in which we'll put some torches just to seem a little cute and fancy. And though I have never seen, well, rarely do I see a sort of window, we'll add a window. So you have one of these little huts, and your tiny little building here, and a Maltese road, which are traditionally pretty bad in the countryside. So this is true to life, at least the road is true to life. In the future I might show you guys how to build a vehicle to go on these roads, you know, a sort of traditional Maltese pickup, which unfortunately nowadays comes in the form of a Toyota Hilux usually, but yeah, farmers use those a lot. Quite reliable, I hear. You know, everybody seems to use them. But we will probably be looking at a sort of old Bedford van, which is Bedford's actually an old English company. I think it closed down, unfortunately, but they made some rather cute little vehicles, which we might cover in the future with Mr. Dugu 10, who's also helping me with these tutorials. So thank you very much, guys. This is my first ever little mini recording session on my own, so we'll have to see how it goes. Thank you guys very much. This is GreatGizmodo from the Malta Gaming Union here, and it's over and out with the Maltese rural scene. See you. Bye 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 bye.